Okay, United States opens the Olympic. Well, the U.S. men's national team will open the Olympic for itself. We already had games earlier today against the host nation, France. For the first time since 2008, the U.S. men's national team is back in the Olympics, and we're going to play the host nation. We're actually going to play a very tough team, and we are going with a very questionable starting 11. Is that a nice way to put it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think questionable is fair.
Questionable. I don't want to say terrible, but very questionable starting 11. We're going to see how we play here. Taylor Booth not starting was a bit weird.
Surprising, very surprising.
Surprising there. Duncan McGuire starting. Harrio is starting. But there are a few positives, Pete, today. Let's talk about that, the positives, before someone has to remind me to play the ad at some point for our beloved sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. But one positive, Patrick Schulte will probably be tested, and we want that. We need it. So that's one positive. Two,
on both sides, right? The saves he's making, all of that, but also how he plays with his feet under pressure, because that's a big issue in our goalkeeping pool.
Yep. So Patrick Schulte, because we do need a goalkeeper for 2026, and he is around 22. It wouldn't be too crazy if he continues to develop that he surpasses a goalkeeper like Matt Turner, which is not great.
He's already 23, so he'll be 25 in 2026, which is quite reasonable.
Not bad. Has experience there in MLS Cup, CONCACAF Champions Cup. The other big thing here is the double pivot right there. Gianluca Busio and Tanner Tessman stood out in the Italian second division. But again, that is a lower league. That is a league that it's not a terrible league, but one thing is to stand out at the Italian second division. Another is to stand out in a top division. Right. And they're going to face today some very good players. Kone right there on the double pivot. He plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Lacazette might be playing more up top. Natata, Olisi that just signed with Bayern Munich. So we're going to get, I guess we're going to get a good data on Busio and Tessman against good opponents, finally. And
yeah, my worry with this is there's not really a true six. I know Tessman can kind of play as a six, but against France, I'm a little worried that we have, a double pivot, there's two of them. Busio isn't really known for his defensive prowess either, right? And all of that is being done to accommodate Mitrovic's special boy from Chicago, Georgi Mihailovic.
That probably shouldn't have been in the roster to begin with. So
no. Between his failed adventures in Europe and also his Gold Cup performance last year, that was really the thing that did it for me. Because remember, we were asking for Georgie for a while. We were like, you know what, give him a chance. And then he stank up the Gold Cup. And it was like, oh, boy. And then came back to MLS after that.
Yeah, and been okay. Not really destroying MLS by any means. And then the wingers here, this is quite interesting. Kevin Paredes on the left wing, expected. I'm interested in seeing how Kevin Paredes does. Looked very competent in the Bundesliga, and he gets an opportunity here today against a tough opponent. Then we have Paxton Aronson on the right wing, and I'm not against Paxton Aronson starting, but it would make more sense for Paxton. Look at this. Paxton could have been the 10 or Diego Luna, either one. They're both at the Olympic age, right? U23. Taylor Booth can be the right winger, or even Griffin Yao. That's a player I'm interested in seeing how he does too, Griffin Yao. And then instead of bringing Mihailovic as an overage player, maybe you bring a center forward. Instead of bringing Irish pub center forward Duncan McGuire to play up top, God knows why. The dude runs like he's wearing jeans pants.
He's a tronco.
Yes, a legitimate tronco. I've watched him enough for Orlando City, guys. Can get goals here and there. It happens in MLS. I really hope he shuts my mouth today. I just wouldn't bet money on that.
Here's the thing. If you give him a chance, he can score goals. He's just not good in any other aspect of the game.
No, there's no hold-up play with him. And honestly, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if there's any Orlando City fans here in the chat, but he actually struggled when he plays against physical defenders. He has. So
he struggled against France last time in the friendly. They pulled him off.
Speaking of physical defenders, we're going to get some physical defenders from France today. Bade and Lukeba, yeah, we're going to get that. And that midfield too, especially Kone. So, again, and Benderos says, thank you for the super chat, saying, not starting our best attacker is certainly a choice. Free Taylor Booth. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't start. I wonder if there's some injury. I am assuming he's on the bench. I can check here on FootMob. Let's see the bench. No, Taylor Booth's on the bench. He's there. He's there. And when you look at the bench here that the U.S. has, Booth and Griffin Yao are two players that could, I'm not saying they're world class or elite players.
No.
They can change a game, right? They can put them on. They can offer you something. Jack McGlynn in the midfield, maybe over Busio at some point. Ben Kremaski is more of like a workhorse, just works hard in that midfield. I don't think that would be much useful in this game. Maximilian Dietz, center back, probably won't see the field at all unless Miles or Zimmerman get injured. Then you have Caleb Wiley that just made a move to Chelsea. It's going to go on loan to Strasbourg, and he's the backup of John Token on the left back position. So there's a few issues with this team, and one of them is definitely depth. We have a depth issue. We don't have a backup right back, so we're riding with Harrio all the way.
Or it's going to have to be Wiley. Wiley can play on the right, but he rarely does.
And I don't know if you've seen this, if you're watching the game, but Japan is defeating Paraguay 5-0.
Yeah, I mean, Japan made us look like toddlers also. The Japan team is a medal contender for sure.
And Paraguay brought Enciso. That's a really good player right there that plays in the Premier League for Brighton. Paraguay also qualified over Brazil to the Olympics. This we've been talking about Japan's youth development for quite some time. It is no joke. They are doing it right. There's a lot we could have learned from them because they more or less started to pick up their development the same year we did in the 90s.
Yeah.
But they chose to go one route. We chose to go another. And obviously, there's been improvements from U.S. soccer and Japanese soccer, but guess which one made a bigger jump? I don't think.
Well, the one that chose to develop soccer in their country as opposed to cash in on it commercially is the one that obviously is ahead.
So it's definitely not us.
With a third of the population.
Yep. But everyone, listen up. Before we continue, drop a like in the stream if you haven't already. Me and Pete are going to take a 1-minute break. And a quick word from the sponsor of this video, Underdog Fantasy. They have the Olympics in the app, so if you want to play the Olympics at Underdog Fantasy, you can. We'll be back in a minute. You can use our promo code. Everything is in the description. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute. Underdog Fantasy is a fun game to play prior to any soccer match or basketball, football as well. You know, it just adds an extra excitement to the game. And this summer, I will be playing Underdog Fantasy during the Copa America and Euros. You can download the app by using the link in the description of this video and use the promo code TMTV. Yes, please, don't forget to use the code. And let me tell you why. Sign up with the code TMTV to claim your special pick plus a first-time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. The game I mainly play is called Pick'em. I just click on it, scroll to the soccer section, and pick a player for the specific match and select the stats that I believe will be lower or higher. It's very easy to play, but be smart about it because it's not that easy to win. I'll also be playing some Underdog Fantasy during some match live streams during the Copa America and Olympics, posting my picks on X and Instagram, so you must stay tuned for that as well. And once again, I'm a professional hater, so usually I pick anything that will have me rooting for the downfall of that player. With that said, once again, thank you Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring the channel. The link to play is in the description of this video, and the promo code once again is TMTV. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy. Okay, everyone, thank you very much, Underdog Fantasy. If you want to play, the link is in the description. And I want to add that if you want to support Tactical Manager TV or 11 Yanks, we do have our Patreons. The link to our Patreons is always in the description of our videos here and Pete's channel, 11 Yanks. So it's a great way to support. Everyone, before we continue, I want to go through. The game will start in about like 10 minutes or a little bit less. But there was some madness in the Olympics today between Argentina and Morocco. It was insane. It was actually the first time I've seen this in my life. So this is what happened. Morocco had a 2-1 lead against Argentina, and the ref gave 15 minutes of added time. Unfairly. I thought it should have been like around 7, 6, maybe 8. Maybe 8. But he gave 15. On top of that, Argentina scored at 15 minutes and 30 seconds. So after the 15 minutes, Argentina scored. And the game, like, there was a pitch invader, things happened. Everyone thought the game was over. I thought the game was over. 2-2, over. 2 hours later, the ref wanted to review the goal possibly disallow it, which he did disallow it because it was offside. Actually, it was offside. They even checked for a possible penalty kick for Argentina because there was like a handball. And then the players came back. They played 3 minutes after the play. 2 hours later, they played 3
I know,
minutes.
it's ridiculous.
And then it ended with a 2-1 Morocco win. It was complete and utter nonsense.
Well, FIFA's not involved in this tournament at all, right? So it's kind of weird. I guess they are. The referees are all FIFA referees, though. It says it on their patches. So I don't know what's going on, but that's a huge embarrassment for France, for the organizers, because this is an absolute joke. This should never have happened. I don't necessarily love Argentina after their Copa America antics right now, but it's still a joke. 15 minutes of extra time. What are we saying? Come on.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Argentina fans that usually are not even Argentina fans. They're like Messi fans. They just follow Argentina around for some reason. The question when I was saying just calling me an Argentina hater. To be fair, I'm a little bit of an Argentina hater. That is true. I'm not going to argue against that. But my overall point was, if Argentina had a 2-1 lead, what are the odds that the ref would have added 15 minutes to this game?
No, it's ridiculous. And it does make you question already the integrity of this whole tournament, which is not what you want going into an Olympics. But can I just mention one thing, Tack? This Olympic Marseille Stadium is full for an under-23 team. Full.
Everything else is empty, though. Everything else is empty.
Right. So the French are showing up for their team. It's a full stadium for the under-23s. This is going to be fascinating to watch.
Mm-hmm. It'll be an interesting one.
I also want to talk a little bit just about the coach and the tactics right now, because we know that Greg Berhalter was involved with with approving these coaching hires for the youth teams. He had a lot of say over how the youth teams were supposed to play. He had a lot of say in picking rosters as well. You know, Mitrovic admitted that he was in touch with Berhalter every day. Every day. So
Can I add one thing to that, Pete, before you continue? Mitrovic
Yeah.
was also in camp in between Colombia and Brazil, talking to Berhalter about player selection, even talking to a few players. So Berhalter had a lot to say in this roster.
And now that Berhalter's gone, I'm curious, are we going to play? Like, is he going to try to come out and play against France and get destroyed in transition? Or is he going to be a little bit more conservative and defend? I'm very curious to see, now that Berhalter's gone, is he going to try to put his own stamp on this team? Or are we going to get Berhalter ball? That's, I think, for me, the biggest thing with this team. Because even though the roster is not amazing, how you play, you can get results, right? Even if you don't have the best players, you can get results by playing a certain way and maybe getting a little bit lucky, but it depends on how we play.
Also add the fact that France has a legendary player in charge of this team, but known as a terrible coach.
Terrible coach.
Yes. And Jeff Carey saying, Tack, let's end this lie and come out of the closet together hand in hand. We love each other. Jeff, look, one thing. You never lied about coming out of the. You're not in the closet, man, Jeff.
You're definitely not.
You're definitely not in the closet, Jeff. And I am also not in the closet, so I don't know what lie you're talking about.
Didn't you just get married?
Yeah.
That would be quite a surprise.
Look, Jeff, you're definitely not in the closet. I'm definitely not gay. Anyone that's gay, no disrespect to that, but Jeff, there's no lie there. Jeff Bezos, definitely not the Jeff Bezos. Thoughts on Dest and Sydney Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney. You know who Sydney Sweeney is, right?
Yeah, the blonde actress. That's
super She has very large, assets.
Yeah, but yeah, I see there in the super chat. But what does Dest have to do with her?
Somebody put a rumor, some dumb Twitter account put a rumor today that they were hanging out, Dest and Sydney. Guys, Sweeney has like a full-time life partner. They're like living together. So I don't think anybody else is in contention right now.
Yeah, and Dest. Well, okay. But anyhow, everyone, if you could drop a like in the stream, help us get it to 300 likes. It's a great way to support the channel. We are right now at 133 likes. So let's try to get to 300 before the game starts. Both teams are already on the wait, what? The Olympic, did you see the Olympic artwork? They put Lacazette as a double pivot 8. The people running the soccer Olympics are not soccer people. I'll tell you that.
No, they're definitely not.
No. Yeah. So let's see. They put the U.S. with Tessman as a left winger. Look at this. I'm not going to put this on screen because I could get it.
No.
They put Tessman as a left winger, They put Paxton, they put Paredes as the 10. Yeah, these are not soccer people. The same way we're not sending our best, neither are the Olympic people. This is so weird. And Japan got a 5-0 win. Game's over.
Yeah.
So far, the most impressive team in the group stage. Oh, let's talk about New Zealand and Guinea real quick.
Yeah.
These are the next two teams we're going to play. We play, I think, New Zealand the next one, and then Guinea is the last game. I thought Guinea looked very talented, a team, but very disjointed. They looked very messy, disorganized, didn't look like a team. Even though they were clearly more talented than New Zealand, I thought personally New Zealand played better, looked more like a team from a tactical standpoint. They had a game plan, and that's why New Zealand pulled the win. New Zealand even wasted a penalty kick, by the way. So just to make that clear, I think the New Zealand game might be the trickiest one, but this is what I fear the most. What if Guinea gets it going by the third game? Maybe it would have been better to play Guinea first.
Well, if we win today and then beat New Zealand, we get through it regardless. So,
yes.
Maybe we try to finish this job before we get to Guinea.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, the game just started for me. I don't know.
Are you watching on Peacock?
I'm watching it on USA Today, but streaming it through Spectrum. What about you?
I'm watching on Peacock. It's just about to start. So I might be about 30 seconds behind.
Okay. So you're a little bit behind. Yeah. Mine is, I'm at second 25 now. 25. But yeah, I guess Peacock stream. And everyone in the chat, let us know what minute you guys are at. I'm at second 35, 36, 37, 38.
So I just kicked off. I'm 35 seconds behind you, that means.
35 seconds behind. Okay.
All right, let's go USA.
All right, US and France. Pete, we'll see you in and out.
Yeah, I'll be in and out.
All right, see you soon. Okay, US versus France. The game has started. And France here in possession. And it looks like Paxton is playing as the left winger, and Paredes is playing as the right winger. With it almost looks like a little bit like a 4-2-2, like 4-2-3-1, because Mihailovic was very high up the field there with Duncan. Interesting start to the game. The setup is a little bit different than I expected. Okay. You guys can't hear the TV, right? You guys can't hear the TV because I'm not trying to get a copyright strike here. I'm trying at least not to. 181 likes. We can get it up. We can get it up. Oh, that's what she said. I have to stop doing that's what she said jokes with something I said. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, the game is completely sold out between the U.S. and France. Completely sold out. The French national team fans showed up. The Frenchiest Frenchmen in the world have showed up. I saw some Americans in the stands too. There are some Americans there. Which, by the way, everyone, next year, I might be coaching a team in a tournament for an award with a lot of money. And if that happens, I'll make sure to stream or whatever. And bad pass from Harrio. Terrible pass from Harrio to Paredes. Terrible pass. I talked about this. Harrio's not really a good player. Sorry, Philadelphia Union fans. Just not really a good player. Tessman tries, finds a good pass. Busio, Duncan. No, that's Mihailovic, actually. Duncan is higher up the field. Mihailovic is 14. Duncan McGuire's 13. And Miles Robinson just blasts the ball up to Paxton. Can't settle in. France will recover here in possession. 3 minutes into the first half. Just 3 minutes. TST, yes, I might be coaching a team in TST. We're going to be figuring that out the next few months. I'm gonna be and I'm gonna win it. I am going to win. I'm promising right now, I am winning it. I am winning it next year. No team coached by tactical manager loses. Also, if we lose, it's because it was rigged. So even if we lose, we didn't really lose. Okay, let's see. Back here to the game. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. France in possession. The U.S. just sitting a bit deep right there. Not really a low block. We're not inviting France to come in, but more of like a mid block for the United States. We're not pressing France, which is probably the ideal approach here. They're technical enough that they can break the press. And once they do that, oh, you're screwed. It's so over. It's Jover. Can you guys believe that? It's actually Jover now. After many, many years of the Jover joke on Twitter, Joe Biden just decided to leave me. He just decided to leave me. I don't even know if I can still use the joke. He ruined it for me. I'm not happy. Busio, he ruined the joke. He ruined the joke. They're already rigging it against you. Yes. They're gonna try. No one wants tactical manager to win a tournament, so they're already thinking of a way to rig it against tactical manager. But can try to rig it as much as you want. You're still not gonna win it. I am gonna win the tournament. I will win it. But so far, so good here for the U.S. Just we're going full soccer terrorist mode, which I'm okay with against France. Patrick Schulte, just wasting time. That's smart. Hold the ball. You can use your hands. That's also what she said. Yeah, you can use your hands, Patrick Schulte. Oh, nice throw there from Patrick Schulte to Busio. Very quick connection right there. Here comes Paredes down the right. Paredes cuts in. Oh, Paredes, what are you doing, man? Paredes, okay. Foul. No call. That'll go back to France. Bit of a iffy move there from Kevin Paredes. Well, I don't know how Patrick Schulte is with his feet, at least today under pressure. We haven't seen that. But that was one heck of a direct throw right there to connect it with Gianluca Busio to start a quick counterattack for the United States. Okay, we win the header. And here comes the U.S. Duncan. Paxton cuts inside. Oh, Paxton loses the 50-50. I mean, the French players are much bigger than Paxton Aronson, I'll tell you that. So he'll get bullied a few times. And very smart right there, because when Paxton was on the floor, he was down. Jordi Mihailovic took his spot on the left wing to defend. Okay, Kone here at the ball for France. Ball goes out wide to Sidia. Their right back, Sidia. Where does Sidia play? Plays for Freiburg. This is a really good French team. Really, really good French team. France in possession. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. 0-0. France with a lot of possession and no penetration. They're essentially just playing masturbation ball right now. Tessman clears it. Busio, foul, ref, foul. Free kick for the United States. Busio gets fouled from behind. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. It wasn't a good clearance by Tanner Tessman, by the way. It wasn't really a good clearance. $227 likes. We can get that up. Come on, get it to 300. You feel like France is going to win 5-0? I don't know, man. It's been 8 minutes and France hasn't done jack shit. If they play like the France we saw during the Euros that couldn't score a goal from open play to save their lives, I don't know. But of course, the U.S. also has not been threatening at all. The U.S. actually hasn't held the ball at all. Right now, the possession for this game, it's 69% ball possession, nice, for France, and 31% for the United States. So France has 69% ball possession. Very nice, very nice. And here comes France again with the ball. Tries a direct pass, and Miles Robinson clears it. Toll can just... We really cannot hold the ball, can we? We really cannot hold the ball. At all. Okay, we go back. Now we're pressing with Paredes. Duncan Maguire. Now we're pressing France a little bit. Duncan gets a little foot on it. Man in the mirror is saying, are the U.S. men's national team auditioning for their future coach? Thierry Henry? I hope not. I hope not. Here's the problem also when the opponent literally has the ball the entire game like this. you get a lot more tired running after the ball rather than holding in possession. We're running around, we're hustling, our work rate is up. Oh, look at Henry frustrated. He's always frustrated as a coach. Also, Thierry Henry is looking big, man. Dude is working out. You guys see that? He used to be very skinny as a player. Dude is big, lifting weights, drinking a lot of whey protein, maybe some creatine, C4 pre-workout. I know all that shit. Okay, France with the ball, and that'll be another throw-in for France. The United States isn't really doing anything. Not really doing anything. Greg Berhalter saying we need Ted Lasso. I mean, we had Greg Berhalter for 5 years. I don't think Ted Lasso would make us look any worse. It really wouldn't. Thank you, Greg Berhalter, the evil twin of, or not, the good twin of Greg Berhalter. Okay, France again in possession. 10 minutes into the first half, still 0-0. France has had complete control of the game so far, but they haven't really done anything with it. So far, nothing. So far, nothing. The U.S. recovers the ball and can't do anything with it. Jeff Carey saying CBS broadcasts deal with the English Championship, Ligue 1, League 2, Carabao Cup. What do you think? I like it. Personally, I kind of want CBS or Paramount Plus in this case to just get every single major league or relevant league from Europe, because then I just have to pay for one subscription. But I mean, they're not going to get, oh, and here comes the U.S. Gianluca Busio down the right. There's no one in the box. Busio tries across. That'll be a corner for the United States. Having to pay for Peacock, ESPN Plus, so I would rather just have it all in one platform. It's easier to find the games you want, right? It's easier to find the games you want, and also just cheaper. But it is what it is. They don't have all of them. They also got the Serie A, by the way. They confirmed that they got it. Doomverse saying, are you going to stream MLS in Liga MX All-Star game? No, I am not. I am going to rest that night. I don't know if I'm even going to watch the All-Star game. Guys, I don't care about, if I'm bored, I'll put it on, but I don't really care about the MLS All-Star game that much. Unless I'm just like chilling at night with nothing else to do, I'll put it on. Like, I don't hate it, but cross goes in. Cleared by France. That's not a foul, ref. That's not a foul, ref. Play it on. Yeah, so I'm not gonna really be watching the All-Star game probably. The U.S. almost scored here off a corner, which, by the way, if anyone is anyone going to watch the All-Star game here in the chat? Is anyone really going to watch it? And Kai's asking, do you think Japan is a top dog? 100%. Out of all the games I watched today, Japan was the best team. So far of the performances, Japan has been the team that looked the best. And they played Paraguay. Paraguay is not a bad team. So Japan is number one so far. Okay, France will get a corner now. Corner kick for France. Most people are not watching the All-Star game. Yeah, neither am I. And then anyone asking if I'm going to cover the Leagues Cup, I will not be covering the Leagues Cup. As I said, I will be boycotting the Leagues Cup because of the U.S. Open Cup saga. I do not do fake outrage, and you know I will miss out on money covering it, but I will do it. I criticize the League Cup because that's why MLS teams pulled out of the Open Cup, and I will stand on my ground. Since I was outraged by it, and I still am. I don't like what happened. I am not going to cover the Leagues Cup. And anyone that put out outrage and is still talking about it, covering it, it's a bit hypocritical. That's my overall point. But again, if you want to watch the Leagues Cup, that's fine. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm just saying what I'm doing. I am not going to be covering the Leagues Cup. So back to the game here. 13 minutes, U.S. with the ball. Jordi Mihailovic with a bizarre through ball. By bizarre, I mean terrible. Tanner Tessman with a lot of time and space opens out wide to Harriel. Gianluca Busio all the way back to Walker Zimmerman. And here comes John Tolkien with the ball. Walker Zimmerman out wide to Harriel. Harriel within possession here for the United States. The United States is finally holding a little bit of possession. And France is also not pressing us at all. Not pressing us at all. Busio through the middle finds Duncan McGuire. Duncan McGuire out wide to John Token. John Token. Good switch from John Token to find Kevin Paredes. Back to Harriel. Harriel to Kevin Paredes. Gianluca Busio. Busio tries to cross. Terrible touch there from Duncan McGuire. I don't know, man. Gianluca Busio has been playing well. He's been playing well so far. Gianluca Busio has done fine. Q-Min is saying, did you see Garber's article by Tenorio? Joke. No, guys, I don't read Paul Tenorio's articles. I don't read propagandist articles. I don't feel like doing it. Jeff Carey saying, I like the Leagues Cup, US-Mexico. That's fine. If you want to watch it, you can watch it. Once again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. I also have no issues with anyone that wants to watch it, go to games. I'm just saying I'm not covering the Leagues Cup. That's not happening. I am not going to be covering the Leagues Cup. Okay. And France again in possession. The U.S. now sitting a bit deeper. Ball goes long, and France will hold it with the goalkeeper. Paul Tenorholio. Who's the great Ternolio? It's not Ternolio, it's Cornolio, right? Isn't that Cornolio from Beavis and Butthead? Beavis becomes Cornolio, and he needs TP for his bunghole. Beavis and Butthead has always been hilarious. Okay, France again with the ball. I'll tell you one thing. France has obviously controlled mostly the tempo of the game, possession, but they haven't done jack shit. There have been 0 saves from Patrick Schulte so far. 0. No shot on target, nothing. Jackie's saying, what's wrong with Paul T? Well, wasn't he the guy that broke the Berhalter news that he came back right before, like right when the Mexico game started? Wasn't that a bit suspicious? Who gave him that information? Why did he break that news right at that time? Again, it's one of those guys that you will never criticize, will just always stay on the good side of the federation. To me, that is someone that's a show. That is my issue with him. It's not a personal issue. It's more with the line of work, right? That is what I am talking about. It's not a personal issue. I don't even know the guy. I'm just saying you can see who are the shows and who's not based on who they criticize, what they say, what information and access they have, and that's what it is. Okay. Thierry Henry is just not a good coach, man. I think that's been established by now. Okay, France with the ball once again. Okay. All right. Let's go here. Throw in for the United States. 17 minutes and 10 seconds. 17 minutes and 8 seconds. Rank Thierry Henry, Vieira, and Southgate. Well, Vieira would be number 1. If you're going to choose between Thierry Henry, Southgate, and Vieira, I would put Vieira number 1. Now, number 2, between Southgate and Thierry Henry, I'd probably just go with Thierry Henry just because for marketing purposes, it would have been better. But you're asking me for the ultimate battle of mid right there. Big time battle of mid. Can have Thierry Henry as an assistant coach. I'll be okay with that. Paredes switches the play, and then Miles Robinson will have it with a weird pass there to John Token. Token back to Miles Robinson. Zimmerman, Patrick Schulte. Now with his feet. Let's see how he does with his feet. Okay, good pass there from Patrick Schulte, and terrible touch from Mihailovic. What a terrible touch from Jordi Mihailovic. Not good. That was a good pass from Patrick Schulte. I'm interested. Okay, France recovers the ball once again. Dude, this game is straight up terrible so far. The game has been awful. Yeah, this game has been pure soccer terrorism so far. Pure soccer terrorism so far. It's been such an ugly game. Nothing has happened from both sides. The US can barely play, and France just kind of like moves the ball around with no objectivity, no verticality, nothing. They just go full on masturbation ball, possession and no penetration. Just been terrible to watch from France. And the US is just getting bullied on the field, not really doing much at all. Okay, Patrick Schulte with the ball once again. Let's see how he does here with his feet. Okay, a normal pass there to John Token. He's looked far more confident with his feet than like a Matt Turner. Far more confident than Turner. Okay, USA coming here. Paxton Aronson with the shot. It's blocked. Paxton still has it. Okay, that'll be a throw in for the United States in the final third. Okay, good play, good play, good play. Throw in here. John Token will take the throw in. Over 300 likes. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. We got this. Okay, throw in here for the US with John Token. John Token. Okay, no options. And Mihailovic, dispossessed. Dude, I'm sorry. Mihailovic kind of sucks, man. He'll probably end up getting an assist or a goal after I said that, but he kind of sucks. Tanner Tessman, foul on Tessman. Foul on Tanner Tessman here. Winilke Gonzalez. So if Spain and Argentina go 0-0, is it terrorism? What do you mean Spain and Argentina go 0-0? When? If it goes 0-0? I mean, soccer terrorism is not something used for games that are 0-0 draws. It's the way the teams are playing, right? They're not trying to go for goal. They're playing anti-soccer, which is what these two teams are doing. No one seems to really want to score this game. No one's trying to score. So a game can be 0-0 and still not be soccer terrorism. These teams are literally playing anti-soccer right now. I mean, France is just kind of like passing the ball around and not doing jack crap with it. That's the main issue. But this game has been ugly, man. It's been ugly. It's been ugly. It's been melatonin ball. Just trying to stay awake. I thought Busio has been good, though. I thought Busio has played well so far, which is quite impressive. Busio and Tessman have been holding their own just fine. The center backs have been fine. Mihailovic has been poor. Hario, every time he's on the ball, he's, oh, here comes Olisi. Olisi, Busio on against him. Olisi, good block from Gianluca Busio. Busio's been good, man. Another good moment here. Gianluca Busio's been really good. Okay. Corner kick here for France. Cross goes in, cleared by John Token. Busio's hairline isn't looking good. Yeah, I mean, happens to a lot of the guys, right? Sometimes you just go bald. When you go bald, what you got to do is you got to just kind of like accept it that you're bald, let your beard grow, and just look very mean. Even though some people can be bald with a beard and still look very creepy, right? If you're like a very manly man and you let your beard grow and you go bald, you're gonna look scary. Now, if you're not, if you're a little bit of a creep and you shave your head and you have beard, you're gonna look creepy as shit. So you got to be careful. Busio needs to like maybe work out a little bit so he gets like very jacked, like gets strong, and then he just goes bald, lets his beard grow, and he's gonna be a scary player. He's not gonna look like Messi's bodyguard, right? He's not gonna look like Messi's bodyguard, but again, that's just my advice if you're balding. Or if you have a lot of money, just get hair implants. Just get hair implants if you have a lot of money. Greg Berhalter does give me a bit of the creep vibes. A little bit. Just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Where's this stadium? Oh, this stadium is in Marseille, Jacob Ramirez. They're playing Marseille. Why is it not in Paris? I don't know, actually. I really don't know. And that was a bad pass from Patrick Schultz. So that's a bad pass right there. Okay, France now with the ball again and doing absolutely nothing with it. Okay, is France going to try to go for a goal at some point? I mean, I'm fine. If they want to go for the 0-0 draw, I'm fine with it. But are they going to even try to go for a goal? Okay, here comes France again, holding possession, doing nothing with it. And the U.S. sitting very deep. Now the U.S. is sitting super. Everybody from the U.S. is behind the ball. Everybody behind the ball. And here comes France. Ball goes long, cleared by Walker Zimmerman. Busio wins it in the air, wins the 50-50, wins it twice. Good fight there. And then now it's Paxton. Okay. There you go. Hit the French players a little bit. Make them feel that American shin or cleats, whatever you have. Hit them a little bit. I'm not pro-violence, and I'm not asking anyone to be violent against the French. I'm just asking for our players to hit them a little bit on those 50-50 balls in a non-xenophobic way, of course. Oh, shot, and it's blocked by actually Olisi blocked the shot. It was a shot from France, and Olisi, the French player, blocked it. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. That shot from Kone. I think Patrick Schulte was on it. Just probably on it, but okay. We'll take it. That was France's first shot, I think. Well, there was also that shot from, what was it, like 30 yards out? A terrible shot from 30 yards out. 27 minutes in the game, and absolutely nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing has happened. Okay, I need to drink a little bit more here. Hey, body armor, not alcohol. I went for a jog this morning. I need to hydrate. I went for a jog. Need to stay hydrated. You enter the stream and you hear, in a non-xenophobic way, what did I miss? Oh, I said that the American players had to go hard and actually hit the French players on 50-50 balls, but not because they're French. So I said not in a non-xenophobic way. Like, we don't care what's their nationality. It's just because we're playing them. That's what I meant. Because you never know these days. People might say, tactical manager told the Americans to attack the French, and the French surrendered. That could happen. They have a long history of surrendering, so that could happen. But no, the French haven't surrendered yet. Almost 30 minutes into the game, and they haven't surrendered. Jordi Mihailovic back to Miles dispossessed. And that could have been a problem. That could have been a problem right there. Miles Robinson. He took a bad touch, tried to dribble past the French player. And our beloved U.S. men's national team center back, Miles Robinson, almost handed France a pretty good goal scoring opportunity. Jordi Mihailovic is shit. He's been pretty bad. Mihailovic is pretty bad. Cross goes in, header from the French, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for the United States. Good delivery. Yeah, bringing Jordi Mihailovic was a waste of an overage player. It truly was a waste. It's probably not what we should have done. What we could do in the second half here is you can put Paxton Aronson at the 10 and put Taylor Booth out wide and just bench Mihailovic. I know it's frustrating because we literally wasted an overage spot on Jordi Mihailovic, but the performance has been abysmal. It has been terrible, horrible so far from Mihailovic. Bad touches, can't create, bad passes, doesn't really defend much. Not good. Not really good. Okay, Zimmerman will take the foul. For the U.S. so far, Zimmerman has been fine. Miles has been a bit shaky. Harrio kind of sucks on the ball. Paredes hasn't been good. Tessman hasn't been great either. A lot of misplaced passes. Busio has been fine. Mihailovic hasn't been good. Paxton hasn't been good. Duncan McGuire. I even forgot Duncan McGuire was playing. Mihailovic back. That'll be Harrio with the ball or Busio. I think that was. Okay, Kevin Paredes, 31 minutes in the game. Through the middle. Busio, Tenor Tessman. Tries to switch, and it kind of worked. Paxton is not able to settle it. It's a mix of not a good pass and not a good first touch. Not a good pass and not a good first touch. Oh, Pete's here. Hey, Pete.
We're looking okay so far. Definitely defensively.
Yeah, defensive. I was going to say, on the ball, we haven't been able to do anything.
I mean, sure. But like if you told me we'd limit them to hardly any chances in the first 30 minutes, I'd take it. Right.
How much of that is on us and how much of that is on France, too? Because France is just like passing the ball around. There's no off the ball movement to create dangerous goal scoring opportunities. There's nothing.
No. France has been poor, but I have to give credit to our group defending. Really compact between the lines. Like it's a mid block, but you can tell there's very little space in between. We're not giving them any space to operate. Yeah, they can move better, but it's a very good compact block, and the intensity is just right. The pressure cover balance is good. Defensively, I'd say we're doing a fantastic job as a group. It's definitely a group defending. Everybody's back behind the ball, defending, harrying, pressuring, and it's making France uncomfortable.
What about Jordi Mihailovic's first touch and through balls?
Man, imagine if that was Luna or even Booth there. We might have a goal by now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 0-0 draw. It's a mix of us doing a good job defensively, France just literally not being able to do anything in possession. As much as we want to credit the U.S., this has been abysmal. This is also showing us why Thierry Henry should not be coaching the U.S. men's national team.
Yeah, TT has failed everywhere he went as a coach. The only reason he got this job is because of his playing career.
I'll tell you one thing here, too. Busio has looked surprisingly good defensively.
Defensively and even on the ball, he hasn't been super incisive, but he's made the right decisions on the ball.
Yeah, unlike Mihailovic and Tessman.
No, I mean, Tessman's been fine. I don't think Tessman's been that bad.
Some weird giveaways. And Miles trying to dribble past the attacker there and just giving the ball away to France, too.
By the way, can we also say, like, for people, Joe Larry, who say coaching doesn't matter, this team is clearly being well coached. You can tell by the way that they're set up.
Well coached and France poorly coached. So from both sides, the coaching does matter.
The coaching does matter.
There's a big talent gap between these two teams.
Huge, huge. I wonder if we can keep up this intensity for 90 minutes. That's going to be the big question, right?
We're not pressing, so that helps.
No, it's a mid block where we pick moments to step out and press without losing our shape. So that's good, but it's not this full on press. It's a conservative mid block.
But here's the thing, too. We have players on the bench that the drop-off in the level is barely existent. They're like the same level as a lot of these players here.
Yeah.
You can easily take out Mihailovic, just put Paxton through the middle and have Booth out wide. So you can make some subs to keep this intensity and pace while not dropping the quality of the players we have, which is it's kind of low. Like we can see it when we have the ball that we're not very threatening, right?
No.
And Duncan Maguire is also super deep. He's just doing like the dirty work, which again, Duncan for the dirty work, he'll do the dirty work. He'll do that.
Sure. What was I going to say? Schulte's looked okay, apart from one shank. Other than that, he's looked okay on the ball. He's come out and grabbed the ball when necessary.
He also looks far more confident and commanding than Turner.
Well, it's also, amazing what happens when you don't have Greg Berhalter ruining people's confidence.
Yeah, well, I don't think Berhalter ruins Matt Turner's confidence. I think Turner just doesn't really have that much of it.
No, I know. If Schulte keeps playing like this, he hasn't had that much to do, but in terms of reading the game and coming out and claim, because that's a big one, claiming the high balls. That's something Gaga needs to work on. There was that corner that was really hard, but he came out and grabbed it. He didn't just punch it. He grabbed it. To me, that's a sign of confidence and ability.
And Jacobo's saying, I've loved Diego Luna since Yitu Mama Tambien. I don't know what that means. Something about someone's mom. Jeff Carey's asking, Pete, are you doing any Leagues Cup watch along? I mean, I already said it, Jeff, that we're tournaments. Yeah, I'm boycotting it, and Pete too. So
it would be silly for us to get all outraged about the Open Cup fiasco and then just cover Leagues Cup because people might watch it for money. Like, we're not going to do that just for clicks. We have principles.
Yeah, and that's the other thing we talked about, me and Pete, how some people they showed outrage about it, and they're still talking, covering, promoting it. Again, our outrage was legitimate. We want the Open Cup to be valued. We want lower league teams to get the support they deserve, and we think that's important for soccer in America. And we also believe that MLS, if they wanted to, they could have played the Open Cup and play the Leagues Cup. If they do that, it's not that we're going to fall in love with the Leagues Cup, but we're not going to boycott it. But they didn't do that. So we're not covering the Leagues Cup. And if you stand with the Open Cup, we recommend you doing the same. But again, as I said before, do as you wish. We're not telling you what to do.
Yeah. But it's also the best way to enact change. Is the only thing that rich people care about is money. So when you hurt their pocket, that's when they pay attention. All the outrage doesn't matter.
And then Michael's saying, listening to you while I work, I dedicate this lawn that I'm cutting to you both. Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. And hopefully you get to watch at least the second half of actually, the game has kind of sucked, not going to lie.
Yeah, but right now, all I care about is getting a result. Like, I don't need these guys to play beautiful. If they can hold on for a draw, that's a good result.
No, I'm talking about from an entertainment standpoint. It's been terrible. Of course, if we finish with a 0-0 draw, that's wonderful.
That's a huge result. Oof. They're winning in the air in the box, France. They're just not doing anything with it.
France just looks, quoting again the straight red cards, very flaccid. Right?
Yeah.
Just kind of like not creating much. Yeah, Busio again. Good pass. I'm very surprised with Busio. Looking very competent on the ball, physical on defense, hustling. Oh, Paxton, good one. Oh! Sorry for that, Pete. We didn't score, but okay. I see you, Paxton. The United States here almost gets a goal. That was the most dangerous play in the first half. Good start with Gianluca Busio, finding Harrio. Harrio finds Paxton Aronson that cuts inside. Good cut. And he gets the shot on target. It's not a brilliant shot. It's a good shot. Saved by the goalkeeper from France. Did you see it already, Pete?
No, watching it now. Busio, Harrio.
Yeah.
Harrio, great switch. Paxton cuts it. Hey, not bad, Paxton.
No. And Busio's starting to play again. Busio's playing well on the ball.
Yeah, and that whole sequence started with Schulte playing out of the back to Tolkien with a nice pass. Not like an amazing pass, but a good, competent pass out of the back straight to Tolkien. We've created more than France has. Let's be honest. Created two chances. One that from the corner that Harriel missed, and then this one here.
While playing man down.
What?
While we are playing man down with Mihailovic.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, did I miss something?
Yeah, Mihailovic is literally man down for us right now. Doesn't defend well. Can't do shit on the ball.
No, he needs
Keeps
to be replaced.
Losing it everything. Lost it again. Just got lucky that it went to Duncan. Oh, Duncan Maguire to Busio. Get there, Busio. Okay. Fouled. Busio. Oh, Busio. Good move. Yeah, quite remarkable there from Busio. Looks like Busio might be able to hang in the Serie A, dude. Maybe for a lower, like a Venezia.
Yeah. I don't know how much attacking he'll be able to do for Venezia this season, but
yep.
I mean, I'm pretty happy, dude. We're almost at halftime, and we are still drawing. I would take that. If you had said before the game, halftime, we're still 0-0, I would have taken it. I'm also happy because we're come on, Busio. Foul. Oh, nice. Oh, Kevin, heavy touch, Kevin. Andrew, KPF on Twitter, must be dying right now watching him play.
Kevin Paredes fan. I still can't believe there's an account dedicated to Kevin Paredes on Twitter. Yeah, Busio has been surprisingly, one thing about his game, he's been physical. He's been out hustling and winning those 50-50. Okay, France, Schulte, another save.
Schulte's doing well, man. Even on the ball, I've been pleased. I didn't realize he was left-footed because he can play with both feet, but he seems to be playing mostly with his left foot today.
Let me ask you one thing. Are you surprised of how bad Mihailovic has been?
No. We saw him be bad in the Gold Cup. We saw him be bad in the Eredivisie, which even Malik Tillman has been good. Like, I'm not really that surprised. And this is an overage player. Like, these overage guys should be held to higher standards than everybody else.
Okay, the United States here at the ball again. 41 minutes and 20 seconds, 0-0. A great result for the United States so far. Regardless of how poor France has been, let's just be honest, they haven't been good. France will likely they'll likely get out of the group and probably defeat the other opponent. So the United States pulling this result here today is a point that most were not expecting. Most don't expect. Again, we still have the entire second half. We have to see if we can keep this intensity. We don't gas out. Oh, Mihailovic again. Can you get one thing right? Did he get anything right in the first half?
He had a good corner. That was it.
Okay.
That was it.
Oh. And Duncan Maguire is just hustling. That's the only thing I can say about Duncan Maguire in the first half. He's a good hustle player. It's like, hey, good hustle. I would say also Zimmerman has done Zimmerman thing, just winning balls in the air, doing that. But Miles is kind of ass too, dude. Can't do anything on the ball. Almost gave France a goal scoring opportunity. For an overage player, you'd expect more from him too.
Mihailovic, come on.
Yeah, I've said that like 5 times already in the first half.
No, he needs to come off for Booth, honestly.
Okay, good switch.
Booth. Either Booth can play central.
Ooh. Hey, that was a handball. That might be a handball, VAR. Paxton shot that. I need to see the replay. That might be a handball for the United States.
Watch, Georgie's going to take it.
Oh, but Paxton was off. He was off anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
The French have been very physical, a lot of fouling. It's almost looking like a CONCACAF team in terms of the amount of fouling they're doing.
Which is weird when you have players of the quality that they have.
Right. Right. You would have expected it to be the other way around. Good ball, Tessman. Yeah, he was way off.
Yeah, like it did seem like it hit the French player's hand, but he was offsides already. So, but again, let's talk about one thing here. France has controlled the game for the most part, but the most goal dangerous opportunity was from us. We had it.
Yeah, no, they've controlled the game, but they haven't created anything. That's Berhalter ball. France has been playing Berhalter ball.
Mm-hmm. I like the fact that we're playing. Our coach here has not played Berhalter ball today. He adapted. He recognized that the opponent is superior, and he adapted to what he was going to face with France. And I don't think Thierry Henry will have an answer for this.
No,
Just going to keep
as
doing
a
the same
coach,
shit.
he has not been good. So we'll see. My worry is if we gas out and France comes into it, you know?
Zach Toomer is saying neither of you are synced up with the timer on screen. I am roughly 15 seconds behind the timer on screen. It's just FootMob, guys. I put it there just so you all can have an idea of what time it is roughly in the game and the score, so I don't have to keep repeating it. But we're not 100% synchronized with that. Oh, what a save from Patrick Schulte. Corner go, not a corner, cross goes in. No one deflects it and show he was alert. He showed that he was alert on that play. He was alert. Jeff Carey. She doesn't think anything about us, Jeff. Because there's nothing between us, Jeff.
Well done. Yeah, really good by Schulte. Good recognition. I've been very pleased with him so far.
Oh, shot from France out of bounds. Corner kick, or goal kick for the U.S. Yeah, strong game from Schulte.
Maybe he could have held on to that, but I'm not going to hold him to that.
It's a tough one, right? Because you're on goal, alert, waiting for it, and you think there could be a deflection, right? And there was no deflection, and he was. I can't really blame him for it.
No,
he also didn't release
done
it.
Most things right so far. Oh boy.
2 minutes added. If it was Argentina needing a goal, they would add 15 minutes.
I know. All right, I'll see you at halftime.
See you soon, Pete. See you in 2 minutes. Reaction saying, how is Olisi looking? Not great. No one from France has really played well, just to make that clear. And Michael's asking, anyone pleasantly surprised with Busio? Yes. I thought Busio was the best player for the U.S. in the first half. I thought Busio was a pleasant surprise in the first half. Very good first half from Gianluca Busio. Okay, Paxton fighting for it. We got 1 minute to go, and the first half will be over. 1 minute to go. Okay, there he goes. Cleared by not Paxton, Kevin Paredes. That'll be a corner kick for France with 30 seconds to go. Corner kick for France with 30 seconds to go. Okay. Corner kick for France cleared once again. At least in the air, the U.S. men's national team has been fairly good. Because, I mean, look, Walker Zimmerman, Miles Robinson, Duncan McGuire, these guys will win balls in the air. Tanner Tessman. Cade Pettis is saying Duncan and Mihailovic off at half. Yeah, they haven't been good. Duncan and Mihailovic haven't been good. By the way, that's it for the first half. That's it for the first half. But worse is Mihailovic, because Duncan McGuire, I don't really expect anything from him besides a lot of hustle and fight, which is essentially what he provided in the first half. As for Mihailovic, he's supposed to be, you see, Mihailovic is supposed to be the 10, the overage player, over U23, 10, that presence in the midfield that controls the tempo, play makes, does everything you need from a midfielder. He's supposed to be the leader in that midfield, and he has been ass. He's been out of control. Terrible first touches, terrible passes, terrible decision-making, not doing well defending. Mihailovic has been the biggest problem, in my opinion. He hasn't done well. He has to be subbed out. It sucks because he's one of the overage players that we brought in. Again, just kind of sucks. Valentina is saying, sorry, guys, but both teams are very limited. This French team is even worse than the last Olympics. I think we had a better U.S. players out there. I agree that the U.S. team is very limited. I am a bit the thing with the French team is when you look at it name by name, the team is not limited. This is a good French team in terms of talent, in terms of the players, and on paper, it's a good French team. I just think Thierry Henry is not a good coach. He's not a good coach. And maybe Marko Mitrovic might be a good coach. He's doing a fine job. The United States has been able to hold their own against France so far. with a 0-0 draw. And I know, guys, Ricardo Pepi scored a hat trick. It's a friendly. So take it with a grain of salt. But good for Pepi. Good for Pepi because he needs that if he wants to get minutes this season while playing for PSV over Luc de Jong. Okay. Going on here, the first half. Not much happened in the first half. That's the first thing I'm going to say. I do need to get some water. Hold on. Not much happened. France just held possession for it. Didn't do jack crap besides get a few long shots here and there. The U.S. played a nice mid block. We didn't really press France at any moment. And France had no answer to it. They had no response. They weren't able to create anything. The U.S. was able to hold their own. And I'll argue that the U.S. had the best opportunity in the first half with Paxton Aronson. The United States over France. Jeff Carey is saying Cade Abdo is a hottie. Cade Abdo is a great TV host also, okay? Jeff Carey's definitely by. That we are sure of. We are 100% sure of that with Jeff Carey, Spicy Jeff. But Cade Abdo's a good host for Paramount Plus. Is she working in the Olympics? Why did Jeff randomly mention Jeff Carey? Why did he randomly mention Cade Abdo? Kevin Paul is saying, has Lacazette fallen off with age to be at the Olympics, or the French senior team is just stacked for him? Yeah, there's no space for Lacazette in the French senior team. There's no space for him. He's a good forward, but not good enough for the French senior team. So they brought him into the Olympics as an overage player. And honestly, Lacazette hasn't done crap against the U.S. He hasn't done crap so far in the game.
Yeah.
Frank Castor is saying this match likely has Diego Luna leaning more towards L3. I don't know why it would have him leaning more towards L3. If anything, he should be seeing that he was right in terms of like Mihailovic. He should have been there over Mihailovic. And then Liam is asking, what happened to Matthew Hoppe and Gioacchini? Well, Matthew Hoppe has a terrible agent, has made terrible decisions, and now he's 23 years old, and he's playing for Middlesbrough's like U21s.
Yeah, he's playing for the reserve team.
Yeah, and Gioacchini, he plays for Como, right? They got promoted. He's playing the Serie A, right?
Did they get promoted?
Como?
No, I don't think so.
Como FC. Actually, I think Gioacchini's in the second division, right?
Yeah, second division. Como didn't get promoted, I don't think.
No, they did. They're in the Serie A. They did.
They did?
Yeah.
Good for him. We'll see how he does in Serie A.
Yeah, so Nico Gioacchini is actually in the Serie A, just like Gianluca Busio and Testament. They got promoted. So that's.
But Gioacchini's not it, guys. Like, you even saw in MLS. I mean, like 10 goals. He's not it.
No, but better than Hoppe. So
yeah, better than Hoppe, but not in our depth chart.
No, Pete. First half. Overall positive results on the ball, kind of like what we expected. We're not that talented, we're not that great, but we held our own against France, and we completely neutralized this French opposition. And I don't think Thierry Henry will respond to any of this. I don't think he will.
Let's see what he does in the second half. But I think from our perspective, this is not Berhalter ball, right? This team looks very well organized and very well coached. They're good at limiting chances. They're good at covering for each other. They're very compact. It's not this all-out press the way that Berhalter liked it, right? All-out press, run, and then try to get crosses in. In fact, there's been very few crosses. Have you noticed that? Mm-hmm. Almost no crosses. And one of the reasons for that is because Paxton is playing on the left and Paredes is playing on the right. So you can tell the idea is for them to cut in and try to shoot from there or slip players in. So that's been really encouraging to see. I don't see Tolkien bombing up the field like Anthony Robinson, putting in endless crosses. This is not Berhalter ball. And that's what I was worried about with this team is, were they going to play the way that Berhalter wanted them to play because of all the influence? Now that Berhalter's gone, it doesn't look like Berhalter ball. It looks like, Mitrovic is trying to put a stamp on this team, and he's played pragmatically, but it hasn't been a low block. It's not like we've been all sitting in our defensive third, just defending for our lives. It's been a pragmatic, conservative mid-block, taking moments and opportunities to hit them. And we've created some half chances. So,
biggest positive in the first half in terms of individual performances, what would you say?
Schulte, Busio, those two have been good. Most people have been okay to good. I'd say Schulte and Busio have really stood out for me. Harriel's looked good as well. I'll give him credit there. Maybe could have done better with his header. Paxton, better in the last 20 minutes than he was in the first 20 minutes. But overall, nobody's looked outside of Georgi Mihailovic, who's looked terrible. Nobody's looked awful. Miles and Zimmerman are not advancing the ball, and that's okay because Tessman is doing it. I actually disagree with you a little bit on Tessman. I think he's been good.
I think he was all right. Some bad giveaways, kind of very slow every time. He's not being pressed. There's a lot of time and space, and he's...
Yeah, I'm surprised how anemic this French team looks. But that's how all teams under Titi have looked. Same with Montreal, same in Monaco.
He also just complains at the side. He's just always complaining about the players not doing what he was able to do as a player.
Yeah, that's not coaching.
No. He's like, how did you not get past 3 players like I used to do? It's like, well, you were a world-class player.
Well, at Monaco, he used to do that. He would get frustrated in training sessions, and he would take the ball from the players and show them how to do it. And it's like, Titi, stop. That's not the way to coach.
Yeah, unless he's coaching like Mbappe. that might work.
Even
Maybe.
then, like, good coaching is about putting your players in good position, not showing them how to do it yourself. It's not going to work.
Jack Pineda is saying, can we acknowledge that Tim Howard has arguably been the best American commentator on a soccer game? Well, the thing with him is like he's one of the very few that's not a shill for the Federation or for Major League Soccer. Kind of like speaks his mind, doesn't rely on U.S. Soccer or MLS for his job. He commentates in the Premier League, right, in the United States. That's it. That's the main reason. Sure, maybe Lyndon Donovan doesn't really need to be a shill, but he seems to want to be a shill.
Donovan. He's in love with MLS.
Well, Donovan is just one of the worst commentators I've seen.
Oh my God. And also he has no charisma when he talks. He has this very bland, monotone voice.
Yeah, and the terrible haircut.
Oh God. Christian Pulisic to LA Galaxy. I'll never forget that take.
Over Milan.
26 goal contributions for Milan, but he should have been with the Galaxy.
Yeah, it's the thing with Pulisic going to to Milan. Let's say what's the name? If Pulisic didn't have any offers in Europe, or is just like, oh, Pulisic has an offer from freaking Go Ahead Eagles in the Eredivisie, sure, go to the Galaxy. He wanted Pulisic to go to the Galaxy over Milan, essentially.
Crazy.
Because of the 2026 World Cup. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
When you're paid by the MLS industrial complex, you say nonsense.
Yeah, that's Lyndon Donovan. Always been like that. But going on here, the thing that I have to say about Tanner Tessman, that watching him play though, it doesn't seem like he's just so slow to turn with the ball. Doesn't seem very good in tight. I just can't see him working when the speed of play is turned up. Like, what was the game he played for the U.S. men's national team where the game was a bit fast? Was it Germany?
No, that was in the
Uzbekistan, I think, in Oman.
I think.
No, he played for the senior team. I think it was the Oman Uzbekistan camp.
This is where people say we agree a lot. I disagree with you about Tessman. Maybe he isn't the fastest on the turn, but where he's been good is with his passing range. He's been the one that's mostly been finding the wingers in open space. So I think he still has value from that perspective. I agree with you. He hasn't been the best on the turn, but I don't think he's been bad today.
No, not bad. I just said at best okay. I just didn't think you. We'll see. This is also a game that I'll rewatch, but I thought Paxton had ups and downs, very active, involved in the game. I didn't think Paredes played too well. A lot of work done defensively from Paredes.
Yeah, he was helping out Harriel a lot.
Who else? Token has been okay. Token has done fine. I can't complain about Token.
Token's been fine because he's been asked to stay home, right? We don't see Token bombing up the field. He's being asked to play to his strengths. He's not a great attacking player. He's just not. So if he's there to stay next to Miles Robinson and help clean things up, then it's fine.
Our buddy's back.
Oh, Colin.
I said, so apparently Tessman dribbled through 4 players at one point. I don't remember that.
I must have missed that somehow.
He just became Neymar out of nowhere and he dribbled past 4 players. Okay, I guess there's the extreme opposite right there. But yeah, Busio's been good. Harrio and Zimmerman didn't make any. Zimmerman was fine. Miles was a bit shaky at times, and Patrick Schulte looked good. Any changes you make for the second half before it starts?
Yes, I would take off Mihailovic for Booth.
Booth. And would you play Booth central or would you play Booth wide?
Central. I'd play him central because he can be very good central. He's got a good distribution range. But I'd also be okay with Paxton being central and Booth being wide.
Yeah. And Duncan McGuire, would you keep him for now?
For now, yes. For now, but as the game went on, I'd probably bring on maybe like a Griffin Yao and play Paxton as the false nine.
Yeah, I would probably do something along the lines because as much as we're critical of Duncan McGuire, and he's definitely not it for this specific game, the way we're playing,
he's working hard.
Yeah, he's working hard, helping on defense. Also a big body, right? Winning some headers off corners. So Duncan McGuire has his usefulness based on how this game is being played out.
Yeah,
so far.
It is interesting to me what this team would look like with.
I see some people on Twitter putting this out too, saying, what a performance by Tanner Tess. I saw this a lot on Twitter. I'm just not seeing this incredible performance from Tess. That's what I'm not seeing.
Well, I think you have to break down the different aspects of his game. I think that defensively he's doing fine. I think that you're right that he's a bit slow on the turn, and that comes from being a big, taller guy, right? You don't have a low center of gravity. I think on the turn he can be a little bit slow, and he needs to be aware of that. What I think is getting applause is his passing range. That passing range, the deep lying distribution has been good.
Yeah. Well, we'll see the second half. No one besides Mihailovic, there's no one that I'm hypercritical of. A little bit of Miles, because he is one of the problem with the overage players is you're always going to have to be more critical of them. They're supposed to be that presence that calms down the team, that actually elevates the team. And the moment you're the worst player on the field, I would argue the worst three were Mihailovic, Harrio, and Miles were the worst three.
Yeah. I mean, Miles also toward the end started losing headers, which you can't lose headers. Okay. You're a big, tall center back. You have to be winning those aerial balls. Like, it's one thing to not be good with the ball, which we already know he's not. And it's another thing to be, caught out with your speed. But losing aerials, that's not what I want to see from Miles either.
Yeah. But then Walker has been fine. So second half's about to start soon. Both teams are coming back. We'll see if France will make any adjustments here. Because it's a very poor result for France so far. And they're also playing at home with a packed stadium. Mihailovic is back, by the way.
So no changes, huh?
No. One thing to tell you, too. Do you think Tessman could play center back?
Probably, yeah. He might be better suited to center back long term.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that on the turn stuff is from a 6, right? You want your 6 to be good on the turn. Center back, he's got the height, he's got the size.
The passing range.
And he's got the passing range. Maybe he isn't the quickest. That would be my one issue.
You can
overcome in short bursts, his acceleration. But again, it's like we overvalue that. If you have good positioning, you don't need to be the quickest. Some of the best center backs in the world aren't the quickest.
Yeah, you can overcome your speed as a center back if you understand the game and you have vision to anticipate the play, vision and soccer IQ, which hopefully he does have. He seems like a very smart player there on the field. I'm wondering if Tessman could become a center back at some point. Doesn't have to turn. He has the passing range, right? He has it. For a center back, he's very technical for a center back.
I think, his ceiling as a central midfielder might be, say, a mid-table midfielder. But his ceiling as a center back might be a Champions League team in a top 5 league.
Burnt Toast is saying, thoughts on a move for Gio? I'm getting nervous. We're not going to speculate, guys, on a Gio move. Let's wait and see.
Yeah.
Hey, Colin with a good take here. He said Joe Lowry thinks that Tessman isn't good, so the opposite is true. Colin, I agree with you. Colin, you're right. You've made a compelling argument. No, I'm dead serious right now. And the second half just started.
All right. Let's hope we can get something out of this. 1 point even would be great. A transition goal would be even better.
Mm-hmm.
Look, TT looks so nervous.
I mean, I don't think he's like so nervous because the players are not as good as he was.
He's like, what are we going to do? I don't have a TT Henry on the field. How you can win game?
Well, not just TT Henry. He forgot that he used to play also with like Zidane. He's like, why don't we have a Henry and Zidane on the field right now?
Lots of guys. They were really good players.
Patrick Vieira is a great
player. Even Claude Makelele, one of the most underrated sixes of his generation.
David Trezeguet.
Even their center backs like Willy Sagnon was an amazing right back. He was a right back, not a center back. But they had some amazing players, that French. The 98, 2002, 2006 team was amazing. Emmanuel Petit, I don't know if you remember him. He was amazing.
Yeah, they made it to the final in 06. And then I think Henry, was he in the 98 World Cup? He was like 18. I don't know if he played. He didn't play in the 98.
He was very young. He was in the roster, but he hardly played. Oh, Mihailovic with a free kick. Let's see what he does.
Oh, it was a terrible free kick, yeah.
See, that's the one thing. Remember when Max Bredo said that he should be on the senior team because he's a free kick specialist?
Oh, yeah. Well, his free kicks are worse than like Pulisic's.
Well, his first one was good in the first half. I haven't seen this one yet.
The corner, right? The corner, you mean?
No, the corner, yeah. The set pieces, I'm saying. Oh, that was not good.
No.
That if Harrio had to adjust that much.
So Henry was in the 98 World Cup.
Yeah.
He was in the 90. He scored 3 goals in the 98 World Cup. But he didn't start for France. He scored 3 goals. That's interesting. I'll look that up after. Paxton. Oh, foul. That's a foul. No call. Okay, good call. Good fight from Paxton. I like the fight in this team. Like, unlike the senior team we had with Berhalter, these players seem to have a fight in them, right?
Yeah. No, they definitely do. See, Kevin Paredes is helping out Harriel a lot. You can see it. I wonder if he's been told to like stay back and help Harriel defensively, because Harriel might not be the best defensively. Although he's been better than Brian Reynolds has looked, let's be honest, for this team.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Reynolds was a disaster against that Japan team. A disaster.
Maybe he's a bit of an upgrade on Harriel, but we're not sure, right? That's essentially it.
Yeah, neither of them looked good. I mean, we have Scally and Dest for now. So for the future, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I one thing that's quite remarkable here is how much because I remember Testament there, especially like in that Olympic qualifying, for example. Oh, bad giveaway there. The thing with it is like how much playing in the Serie B over playing MLS, how much Busio and Testament have improved as players by playing there.
Well, there's real stakes, right? You're trying to get back into Serie A after getting relegated, and there's pressure, and there's real stakes. There's no stakes at Dallas or KC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are saying bad pass by Testament. Yeah, it was a bad pass, but Testament did recover with an interception. It was a bad pass.
I'm going to be in and out.
See you soon, Pete. Patrick Schulte with the ball out wide to John Token. Very ball secure so far for John Token. And here comes Jordi Mihailovic. Out wide to Paxton. Oh, boy. Paxton just ran out of bounds. But again, like Mihailovic passes to him and just kind of stands there. You have to sub out Mihailovic at this point. You just have to do it. Testament just won the ball back. Yeah, I saw it. He missed the pass and then he quickly intercepted it when he had a bad pass and recovered it for the United States. Michael said, cut 2 lawns during halftime. God, I'm so good. How big was it? Like, how big? What's the land that you were covering there when you were mowing the lawn? And here comes France down the left. Paredes helping. Cross goes in, clear by Walker Zimmerman. That's going to be a corner for France. 49 minutes and 30 seconds in. 49 minutes and 30 seconds here. The U.S. is still holding a 0-0 draw against France. Cross goes in, clear by Duncan McGuire. Okay, here comes the U.S. Paxton, good fight. Good hold up right there. Jordi Mihailovic now. Back to Token. Man, Okay, I'm going to stop shitting on Mihailovic. I'm going to stop shitting on it. Okay, Harrio finds Tessman. Oh, Tessman just... Okay. That was out. Tessman just... That was bad. Should have kept it on the field, in the field. Bad touch there. Not bad touch, just bad ball control from Tanner Tessman. Berserk saying Tessman is ass. Well, I don't think he's ass, but apparently because I said he had an okay first half, everyone thought that he was doing amazing. I didn't think he had an amazing first half, Tanner Tessman. Thought he did okay. Back to France. France again with the ball, moving around. Kone through the midfield, drives inside. Good fight there, good hustle there from Duncan Maguire. Here comes France. Continue. We're sitting very deep now, the United States. Very deep, very compact. Here comes the France down the right flank, and that'll be a corner or goal kick. Was that goal kick for the United States? Good defending there. Good defending there once again. The announcers are hyping up MLS. Of course they are. Of course they are. They have to do it. They have to hype up MLS. To be fair, there are MLS players here, and some of them are playing well. I don't think there's any reason to shit on MLS here, but yeah, they'll hype it. They'll hype it. And everyone, if you just tuned in, make sure to drop a like. Oh, who switched that ball? Was that Token? Was that Token? I think it was. Who had that ball? Yeah, that was Token. If you just tuned in, make sure to drop a like in the stream. It helps the channel quite a bit. Get those likes to 500. And this stream is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. If you want to play Underdog Fantasy during the Olympics, the link to play is in the description of this video with a special offer. Go play Underdog Fantasy. Thank you very much. Token winning the 50-50. No, losing it. France still has it. France still has it. Oh, they blew by Tanner Tessman. Oh, good recovery from Tessman. Steals the ball for the U.S. and tries to connect in the counter. I like the idea. He tried to find Kevin Paredes out wide. Oh, Maguire pressing. But again, France is able to break the press. Okay, and here comes France down the left. We got to be careful when we go. Okay, no penalty there. France is asking for a penalty kick. No call. Hey, foul. Free kick for the United States. Kevin Paredes was taken down. 601 likes? That's what we got now? No, we don't. We have 478 likes. I just checked. It's 477 likes, I think. Well, 78 because I just liked my own video. I do that. I hit the like button. Good play there from Kevin Paredes being able to draw the foul. And that kind of helps the U.S. because we were a bit under pressure there from France. It's 53 minutes and 30 seconds. The United States is still holding a 0-0 draw here with France. And honestly, doing a great job on containing France. France is not being able to create much against the U.S. Oh, bad pass from John Token again. Two shaky moments here from John Token in the second half. Something we didn't really see from him in the first half. He was really good in the first half, John Token. Here comes the U.S. Jordi Mihailovic to Maguire. Back to Tessman. Switches it to Harrio. Busio. Out wide to Kevin Paredes. And not a good pass from Paredes. Not a good pass from Kevin. Kevin Paredes has done good work tracking back. Defensively, he's been good. But on the ball, he hasn't been great. Here comes France. What a weird clearance here from Miles Robinson. Harrio. Kevin Paredes back to Gianluca Busio. To Jordi Mihailovic. Tries to go long, and he finds good ball. Finally, a good pass from Mihailovic. Kind of bad, and okay, not bad. Good ball, and then Paredes is able to draw a free kick here for the U.S. 54 minutes and 30 seconds. Kevin has been... What did Kevin say in the chat? What did Kevin say? Someone's like complaining about Kevin in the chat. I don't see it. Okay, let's go on here. Free kick for the U.S. and Mihailovic will be taking it. Here. Okay, free kick for the United States. Jordi Mihailovic. They're saying Japan is the best. I watched some games. I had a half watch because all the games were at the same time. Right, they had two games at the same time. Japan has been the best performer so far. Cross in from Mihailovic. Not a terrible cross, but leads into nothing. France clears it. John Token out wide. Paxton Aronson back to John Token. Maybe reset with Schulte. Just reset. Yeah, we reset the play all the way back to Patrick Schulte. Hitting minute 56 here. Schulte with the ball. Okay, good pass there. Finds, I think it was Zimmerman that settled it. Then Gianluca Busio has it. Busio, oh, good ball. Busio to Mihailovic. Mihailovic with a terrible touch. Good ball there from Gianluca Busio. Maguire, good physical play from Maguire. And that's thrown for the U.S. Yeah. Oh, little fight right there. Duncan Maguire. Don't mess with our Irish pub center forward, man. He will beat the living shit out of any French player. He'll crack a bottle right on your head. And again, I'm not telling anyone to crack a bottle on anyone. I'm not for violence. I need to make that clear. But do not try to hit our Irish pub center forward right there, Duncan Maguire. He will come after you. He will beat the shit out of you. Dude, that's a faux hawk. Don't fight Duncan. Hi, Matt is saying French here. Love the channel. We are crap. Thanks, man. Yeah, about France, you have the talent. It's just a weird performance, very poor performance from France so far. Tessman, cross goes in, cleared. I expected a lot more from the French side. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Tessman settles. Clears the defender. The French defender clears it again. Tessman tried to cross. Miles wins the header. France still has it. Busio wins it back for the U.S. Busio has it. Oh, free kick for the United States. I think Harrio drew the free kick. I mean, it looked like Harrio and Gianluca Busio got fouled. I don't know which one the ref called a foul. I don't know. Yeah, again, guys, about Tanner Tessman, what you all are seeing in the second half was what I said about Tanner Tessman in the first half, but apparently everyone said I was wrong, and Tanner Tessman had this brilliant first half. I think he's been okay. Maybe he's had more poor moments in the second half, but I just didn't think he was brilliant. I just didn't see this brilliant first half from Tanner Tessman. Okay, Token, another poor free kick. Mihailovic settles it. Shoot. Ooh, Mihailovic just hit the post. Mihailovic just hit the post. Imagine if Jordi Mihailovic scored that upper 90. Imagine if he had scored that. It hit the crossbar, right? I think it hit the crossbar. Oh, boy. Imagine if Mihailovic had scored that. He's playing like shit, by the way. He's playing like shit. It's been a horrible performance, but imagine if he scored that. It would have been so funny. But by the way, look, the best goal scoring opportunities, the best chances in this game so far have been the United States, not France. It's been the United States. France has controlled the possession, but they haven't done anything with it. Anything with it. Okay, now a free kick here for France. 59 minutes, almost 60 minutes here into the game. And France has yet to surrender. Cross goes in. Cleared by, I didn't say, I think it was Harrio. Mihailovic now. Out wide to Gianluca Busio. Busio looking for options. We don't really have any. Busio still has it. Smart decision. Didn't have options. Smart decision. Goes back to Paredes. Tessman. To John Tok. Busio's decision making has also been quite remarkable today. Paxton tries to blow by the defender and nothing. Dude, imagine if Mihailovic scores that after dropping a stinker.
People will be like, make him the captain of the senior team. No, I mean, that was a good shot from distance, but that doesn't make up for 90 minutes of garbage.
No,
60 minutes of garbage.
But it was one heck of a shot. That was a missile.
It was a missile. That's good. No, I would have loved it if he had scored.
Oh, France scored. Lacazette. Oh, 1-0 France, Lacazette. Let me see the replay here of what happened. I think this is on Patrick Schulte. This is on Patrick. Yeah, I need to see the replay here because I was like looking at you and I saw the ball going in. But it looked like it was on Schulte. I mean, you're going to see it now probably, so you might see it before I watch the replay. Let's see. So Lacazette holds the ball.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's on Schulte, man.
Yeah, slow
Very slow to get down there. Very slow to get down there. Schulte. Not good.
No, very slow reaction. You got to be ready for those shots, especially France. That's all France has been doing, long shots.
Yeah. Felt like he was flat-footed there. Like you always have to be on your toes as a goalkeeper. You get flat-footed, you can't jump.
Yep, very slow reaction from Patrick Schulte, and France scores.
No, that's poor.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because we're still in this game because, to be fair, we had the best opportunity so far outside of that, but it's unfortunate after everything we've done in the game that we concede like this.
Well, we need to pull off Georgie now. We need a goal, right? So we need to pull off Georgie. We need to bring on Taylor Booth.
Yeah. So the United States now with the ball. He's not going to take out Mihailovic after he hit the post. Jacobo saying, is Mihailovic here because of set pieces? It's still like you don't call someone up just because of set pieces also, dude.
No. He's here because Marko Mitrovic worked with him in Chicago. That's the only reason he's here.
And apparently Don Garber allegedly requested this.
Yeah, he also wanted fucking Jordan Morris. Can you imagine?
Yeah. As an overage player, by the way, which is supposed to be he would start every game.
Oh, yeah.
Busio, good first touch, good pass. I've been also impressed with Busio's decision-making because, Don John Token with the header. What a save from the goalkeeper. Oh, my goodness.
That wasn't Token. That was Paxton.
Are you sure? I thought it was Token with the bleached hair. He headed the ball.
I just saw Paxton head the ball and the goalie made a save.
Yeah,
maybe we're talking about different shots.
I thought it was Token.
I'm 100% sure that was just Paxton just now.
Yeah, what I'm impressed about Busio is the decision-making, too. There are moments where he's always making the right decision, too, which, no, it was Token that headed it.
So you missed the earlier header from Paxton. Oh, my God. Yeah, that was Token. So there were two.
Yep,
First
Paxton.
Both of these were crosses from Kevin Paredes, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
My God, Token, you got to finish that. Get up. That's not a penalty, not in a million years.
No. Mr. saying France have taken a decent squad, but Thierry Henry is the coach. I love Henry, the player, and an Arsenal fan, but Henry's the coach isn't good. Yeah, we talked about this before too. Thierry Henry was one of the all-time greats when we talk about players, right? But again, I'm not saying all-time greats like top 5, but he's easily among like a top 50 conversation of best players of all time, period. But as a coach, he's been very poor. Lucas Hayo saying that Schulte non-save needed a trigger warning. Yep, it kind of sucks that we conceded that way. Like out of everything, if it was a brilliant moment from France or something, fine, but it wasn't. Oh, no, Duncan Maguire.
No, that really sucks.
Paxton back, Mihailovic. and he's dispossessed like a freaking child. Jordi Mihailovic. Cross goes in. Paxton. Header cleared again. We're playing better. We're actually being aggressive against France right now.
Yeah, TT looks very confused now what to do.
he kind of
like,
sucks.
What is this now?
Where is Zizou? Where is Zizou? We need Zidane here.
Dude, now that Kevin Paredes has a lot more freedom to play, he's looked really good. Oh, come on, Georgie. I just saw that now. Ridiculous.
Yeah, like a kid, right? Like a kid.
Yeah. Like that's like me getting dispossessed by like a really good player. After I just did my ACL, I had one of those this week. A shot on goal I was about to shoot, and a young, fast player just nipped it off. And I was like, God damn it. Dude, we got to get this guy off the field. This is ridiculous.
Okay, again, U.S. tries to go long, and that'll be a throw-in for France.
All right, I'll see you, and I'll be in and out.
Mm-hmm. See you soon. Okay, we have roughly 20 minutes to try to get a goal here, pull a draw against France. Regardless, it's been a positive performance for the United States. Positive performance so far. Not brilliant. Again, there's also limitations to the talent that we have. We don't have the best players here, but these guys are fighting. There's an identity with this team. You can feel that there's passion with these players that we didn't really see with the other team. Here comes Kone for France. Cross goes in, and Patrick Schulte will hold it. And Michael's saying, I love the mentality of these guys have. You can tell they're fighting to prove themselves. I bet they could pull a result versus the senior team. Yeah, I mean, look, we can be critical of performances of a few players here and there, but in terms of the grit, the passion, these players fighting for it, every 50-50 duel, everything, they have technical limitations. These are not elite players, the best players in the world, not the best. There's a talent gap between the French team. But I can't complain about the fight that these guys have in them. The grit, what they're doing right now is wonderful. Can't complain. Sean is saying, does anyone from this roster make it to 2026? If you're talking about the 2026 roster, yes, there's a few players here that could make it. Patrick Schulte, despite the mistake, he could maybe make the roster, maybe even as a third goalkeeper. That is totally possible. Paredes could make the roster, even though he hasn't played well at all. Paxton Aronson will be fighting for a spot. Busio has been quite surprising. I mean, what I'm seeing from Busio, with Tyler Adams being constantly injured and all that, he could maybe make the roster. Why not? Busio has been quite impressive. Tessman will fight for a spot. That's mostly about it from the players that are playing right now. And then, I mean, I'm not for the center backs, but I wouldn't be surprised if Miles or Zimmerman make the roster. I mean, if it was Berhalter, they would. I don't know who the new coach will be. Oh, bad cut there from Paredes. Here comes France. Lacazette tries to find a shot. Goes out wide. Cut inside. Olise with a shot. 2-0. 2-0. 2-0 France. At some point, the issue is just they're out-talenting us. And they scored at minute 69. This is a disgrace. Right at minute 69. This is not nice. This is not nice. Not nice at all. Not nice. 2-0. 2-0 for France. It's just at the end of the day, it was like the talent. They had the talent to punish us. So these little moments right here. So Olise scores. Pass from Lacazette. He shoots it from distance. And Patrick Schulte. Could have Patrick Schulte done better? I probably could have, man. Probably could have. Probably could have done better. That was a beautiful curl shot. But one has to wonder. It looks savable for a better goalkeeper. He's subbing out Busio? Is Busio being subbed out? Really? What just happened? So I guess Busio is out. It's a bit weird. And who was sent in? I need to see who was subbed in there. So Busio out, and why don't they show it on TV? The coverage is so shit. Like, who? Did anyone see who was subbed in? I think it was number 4. So who's number 4? Because I can't see. So Dietz? Really? So Dietz is playing in the midfield. One of the center backs we brought. He's playing in the midfield. Do you know Olisi is U23? Yeah, Olisi is U23. He's 21 years old. He just signed with Bayern, by the way. Sean is saying best realistic tactical manager with talent we have. What do you mean, Sean? I don't understand your question. You mean like a starting 11 for U23s? It would take me a while to build it. But again, if it's U23s, Musa's age eligible, Gio Reyna's age eligible, Johnny's age eligible, Scally's age eligible, Pepe's age eligible, Balogun's age eligible, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, when tested, Schulte has failed today. Okay, Mihailovic with the ball. Back 71 minutes. Yeah, Sean, I didn't really understand your question of what do you mean realistic tactical manager we have. So Busio was limping. That's why. Busio was limping. So Gianluca Busio was limping. Maybe a minor injury. Maybe that's the case. Matthew saying, why is this loser starting over Gaga? Well, Patrick Schulte is not bad. Hasn't been great with the shot stopping, right? Today when tested, but he's not a bad goalkeeper. I guess Gabriel Sonina. Sean saying, I mean, next USMNT coaching hire. Oh, to me, the best realistic one is probably Hervé Renard. Obviously, we can aim higher and try to get a more expensive coach, a better coach, and I'd love that. But if you're talking realistic, probably Hervé Renard. He'll be available after the Olympics. That'll probably be the realistic one. Maybe start Slonina. Yeah, maybe. Okay, Harrio was fouled. We got what, like 15 minutes ago? Yeah, roughly like 17 minutes to go. Patrick Schulte with the ball. Walker Zimmerman. Back to Patrick Schulte. Now France is just going to kind of let me get this here. Henry getting bailed out by talent. France with the ball here, 74 minutes into the game. So the U.S. has a little bit over 15 minutes to try to pull something off here. I don't think it's likely that we can pull something off here, but we'll see. Got to get that first goal, one step at a time. The U.S. has to get that first goal, which also might not happen. I mean, but let me be delusional. Let me believe we can get that first goal. U.S. gets the ball back. Tanner Tessman to Maguire. Maguire can't give it back to Tanner. You can't keep treating the ball like a hot potato. Sometimes you have to try to go at the defender. You don't have to get rid of it every single time. And that's a free kick for France. 75 minutes. Now we got 15 minutes left. No attacking subs. Yeah, it's a bit weird that Taylor Booth is not coming on. It's a bit weird. Is Taylor Booth injured? Is Taylor Booth injured? He has to be injured, right? Oh, he's on. No, Jack McGlynn. Jack McGlynn is on. And Taylor Booth is on. So now they're Jack McGlynn, Griffin Yao, and Taylor Booth have been sent in. Paxton Aronson. Hey, Pete.
Why did we take Busio off for Dietz?
I don't know. They said Busio appeared to be limping.
Yeah, but then you don't bring. We need a goal. You don't bring on another center back.
And they put him as a 6, right? He's playing as a 6 almost. It's weird.
What? What about Taylor Booth?
Booth just came on, like right now.
Yeah, it's very late though. Who'd he come on for?
Paxton Paredes are out. Booth and Griffin Yao are on, and Jack McGlynn was also subbed in. I think it was it Tessman or Mihailovic? I don't know. What did you think of that second goal? Could have Schulte done better?
No, it deflected off of Tolkien, dude.
Oh, it was deflected.
Yeah, did you see the replay? It deflected off Tolkien into the corner. I don't think there's much Schulte could have done.
It just sucks that we're losing this with like 2 long shots.
2 long shots. One was a goalkeeper's mistake. One was a deflection. Mm-hmm. It's frustrating.
Yeah, it's very unlucky.
Well, you know, when you need a creative player who can change a game, but you leave him at home because you have to bring your Serbian boy.
And maybe a 9 that can actually score goals against tougher opponents. You could have literally brought Luna, and then you would have had a creator, no Mihailovic, and brought a Pifak up top. I'm not saying Pifak is brilliant, but he's better than Duncan McGuire to hold the ball, score. But Jacobo is saying believe. Look, I want to believe, but with less than 15 minutes to go, being down 2-0 against France away, right, playing at France, I find it unlikely that we can pull a result. But again, like I said, let's go one at a time. Let's try to get a goal. Let's get that first goal. Let's try to get the first goal.
Also, goal difference matters. It could matter. So,
saying Tack, I think it's Trump over now, but we are good. Trump over. No, it's Jover. Jover sounds better. Jover. Trump over doesn't sound good. Rocco saying Schulte doesn't look athletic. Slonina has talent. Yeah, the thing with Schulte, it looks like some of his reactions were a bit slow, not explosive. That's what it was, that goal. But it was one moment.
Outside of that moment, I think he's played well. Look, a lot of people didn't watch Gaga in Belgium this year. And I'll be fine if Gaga starts the next game. But I think people are hyped on Gaga because he definitely has potential. But he can also look very nervous in key moments. So it's not like I don't know if Gaga is necessarily much better than Schulte right now.
Probably not, if we're being honest. Probably about the same. Ethan is saying, I can't believe we conceded a goal to a guy I was using in FIFA Ultimate Team 10 years ago. Yeah, Lacazette was more used and more talked about when he was playing for Arsenal. I kind of forgot about him ever since he went to Lyon.
Yeah.
But yeah, not. It's a good player. He's a good player. Lozman Jr. is saying, I prefer Gaga. So do you think Schulte currently is more ready as a goalie compared to potential? Well, Schulte is older, so he could be more mature and more ready. And Gaga could have a higher potential. Again, also remember, potential is like a projection. So there's no like legitimate like mathematics or something you can determine that this is factual, that he has more potential. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't think there's a lot between those two, honestly.
No, which sucks. We want them to be good. We want them to develop. We want them to be better because we need it for the national team. Matt Turner hasn't cut it either. So,
no.
And then Flip Silver saying Greg had a say in this roster, his last terrorism. Yeah, Berhalter's legacy is the say in this roster and Tyler Adams' injury.
Yeah, his last final goodbyes to U.S. soccer, apart from the Copa America disaster. Bro, he set us back so long, so much.
And Moy is saying, hi, guys. Found you guys on Twitter. Love from Lyon, France. Oh, so you're an Olympique Lyonnais, I think, Fran. The owner of Lyon is John Texter, the American.
Same guy who owns, what's it called?
And Crystal Palace. In Crystal Palace, yeah.
Yeah, owns a lot of teams. Oh, Booth, yeah. Let's go.
Got fouled.
Definitely a foul. Booth has looked sparky in a few moments. Maybe we start him next game.
Should have. He's a good player.
Yeah. Probably our most creative player on this team. I don't know why we didn't start him.
No. And then delivery from Jack McGlynn leads to not much. Where are we watching the game? The game is on USA Network. It's also on Peacock streaming service. You can also watch it on Peacock. Okay, so now less than 10 minutes to go. I think right now it's more about not conceding a goal and maybe trying to cut this goal difference because, as you said, it could come down to goal difference. So
yeah, and this
definitely,
New Zealand game is now a must win.
Yes, we need to beat New Zealand. And then we get Guinea in the last round, which we could go through with a draw, and we definitely go through with a win. And I watched them today. Those are two very beatable opponents.
Yeah. But we have to play well. Maybe don't start Mihailovic again.
Well, the problem today, too, is one thing we had a concern before this tournament started, which is who's going to be the playmaker, who's going to create chances. And the second concern was where were the goals going to come from?
Yeah.
And here it is. Where are they going to come from? It's still a good question.
Yeah.
Come from. Okay, 2 minutes. Hopefully we can also get a goal just for like confidence boost for this team, right? Get a goal. Get the first goal of the tournament. Dude, Maguire's so bad, Pete.
I know.
You're going to see the play in like 30 seconds also. All he can do is fight. Like, he can fight.
Go do MMA then.
But then he might not be good at MMA.
No, probably not.
Yeah. 2-0 France. And Thierry Henry just got bailed out by luck and talent, I guess. Like,
yeah,
these guys.
2 long shots. It's really luck. Because it's not like France have created much this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Duncan, what was that?
He's horrible.
Oh, my God. Twice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
He's so bad. He got nutmeg too after, yeah.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. Things are not looking good.
Result-wise, no, but we hit the post twice. We had 2 good chances. Paxton had a shot from distance.
But do you agree with me that this team can very well, the players we have, and even the way we played, which wasn't bad, our team can literally go scoreless against New Zealand and Guinea too?
Yeah, we could.
It's not like we created clear-cut chances, and it's not like
we did, but not very many.
Yeah.
Like, both Paxton and Tolkien had clear-cut chances with their headers.
Yeah, to be fair, the headers were good too. They didn't waste it.
No. One of them hit the post. One of them was a good save by the keeper. All right, I'll see you in the post game.
All right, see you in like 6 to 5 minutes. 6 to 5 minutes, Pete. We're going to go to 11 Yanks after the game. Okay, 84 minutes now. 84 minutes. So 6 minutes to go. It's very unlikely that the U.S. will pull a draw here, but if anything, we can at least hold on to the 2-0 loss and maybe try to get a goal because goal differential could be crucial. It could be. They're not going to give 15 minutes. We're not Argentina. They're not going to give us 15 minutes. Oh, header scored by France. What just happened? Baldy was wide open. Wide open. Wide open right there. Header off a corner. Ridiculous right there. Now it's Jover. It is Jover. Who just dropped there? Who wasn't marking him? Zimmerman was marking like nobody. Miles was just like flopping on the ground. What the hell happened? Okay. Someone freeze that play. I need to rewatch this. What in the love of God happened in this during this corner? Miles Zimmerman, McGlynn was also on the floor all the other way. What is going on? And Duncan McGuire is being subbed out. Saying not tack, Trump over is better. The thing is, Trump over is not smooth, right? You can say it's Trump over. Trump over. It's not as smooth as saying it's Jover or saying I'm Biden. I'm Biden is a good one too. Trump over just doesn't sound good. But now we're definitely dead. We're beat up now. Yeah. Are we gonna get grouped again this summer? Oh my goodness. Are we really getting grouped twice this summer? Oh boy. Okay. US with the ball, Harry. Hopefully it doesn't become a 4-0 loss. Jover is not smooth. I disagree with you. I don't know. I like saying it. Jover. Bidon. I don't know. It sounds good. Trump over almost sounds like two words. That's the problem. Griffin Yao. Back to Harriel. Oh boy. Yep. It looks like it doesn't mean we're going to get grouped, but this is not a good look. The team kind of collapsed here, gassed out everything. No depth. We talked about this. Depth is a big issue with this team. Rocco 222. Is the USMNT ever going to be a contender for non-CONCACAF? I hope. I hope. Nick is saying reactionary is definitely the word to describe this chat, although I am sure some are just posing as US fans and trolling. I mean, being a sports fan is all about being reactionary at times. If we're going to be analytical about this, the United States looked fine for a good 60 minutes. We looked fine, and we created some good chances. And until France scored the first goal, I would say we were even far more effective on the ball than France. But at the end of the day, it is still a 3-0 loss. We collapsed at the end. The issues that we talked about prior are still there, so it is concerning. Because even against New Zealand and Guinea, Nick, I have a few concerns of where are the goals going to come from. That is still a big concern against these teams. Sure, maybe we can pull a result here and there, but again, I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Where the goals going to come from? Where are we going to create goal scoring opportunities? It's just not looking good. That is the main issue. France recovers the ball here. Lacazette tries to turn. No, we have the ball. No penalty for the U.S. That looked like a penalty, maybe. And here comes France in transition. Okay, here comes France. And what is that? What is happening? This is so ugly right now. France scored more in this game than in the Euros. They scored how many goals in the Euros? 3 goals. France scored 3 goals. So far, it's 3-0. France scored 3 goals in the Euros. Everyone in the chat saying 4-0. It's not 4-0. It's 3-0. Okay, France again with the ball. It's not 4-0. Oh, crap. Okay, how many minutes are 8? 2 minutes at it. 6 minutes at it. 8 minutes at it. What? Why did it change? It was like 2, 6, and 8. Why are you adding 8 minutes? It's over. Just end it. Just end it. Just end it, man. Our team just collapsed when Busio was subbed out, essentially, right? That's when we collapsed. They're saying just rejoined at halftime. The U.S. fall apart. We kind of. So what happened was when France scored their first goal, we actually played well right after France scored their goal. We had some good opportunities. But then when France scored the second goal, that was a long shot from Olise deflected. We completely collapsed. We haven't played that well since. But I still think the overall performance up till the second goal from France, we played well. Up to the second goal, we played well. Ball delivered. Ooh. The U.S. almost scored off a header. That was Miles Robinson. No, that was Harriel. Harriel with the header. Good delivery from Jack McGlynn. And then Harriel got a little flick on it. I think it his hair. He barely touched the ball. Almost scored for the U.S. That would have been kind of important. And the ball will stay with France. We got 6 minutes to go here. 6 minutes to go. France playing out of the back now. Now France is looking well calm, very composed. Looking Henry for the USA. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't think France played well, guys. I don't think they played well. I don't think France played well. I think Thierry Henry got bailed out by luck and talent. And this French team is far more talented than ours. So, no, I'm not for Henry. Yankee Mojo saying U.S. women's national team tomorrow. I won't be doing a stream for them. Maybe in the knockout stages we'll do it. Oh, Griffin Yao, go. United States scored. Doesn't count. We'll cover the U.S. women's national team at some point. I'm just not an expert on women's soccer. But we'll cover some games perhaps in the later stages, more just to root for the team and support them. And Griffin Yao scored, but it was disallowed. He was offside. He was offside by a little bit. Definitely not a foul, but good settle, good finish by Griffin Yao. But the goal was disallowed. He was definitely off. He was definitely off. He was a step ahead. Like, there's nothing to complain about. He was offside. He was offside. We don't need the VAR for that. Steven Spada saying, thanks for the stream tech. I'm going to nap this off. Yeah, go take a nap. The game is over. We lost. There's like 4 minutes to go. We're going to go to 11 Yanks. We're going to go to 11 Yanks for the post game. And we're going to talk. It's not all doom and gloom. Like, we didn't really play that bad till up to the 60th minute or so. I didn't think we were that bad. But at the same time, there are concerns and issues with this roster that we saw today that really won't be fixed or addressed in the competition. It's complicated, but we do play New Zealand and Guinea that are very beatable opponents. And here comes France. Tessman. Back to no one. And France will recover the ball here with 3 minutes to go. Listen, I think we've had enough of this. I am going to go because there's no reason for me to close this game. There's literally 3 minutes to go. Should I stay till the end or should I just end it? Because I'm a little pissed right now. Not with the performance. I'm a little pissed with the result. I think the fight that these players put in, they deserved a bit better. They deserved better. It's just kind of like a bummer now. It's just one of those where it's like 3 minutes to go. I'll end the. I'll go till the end. There's 3 minutes. I'll stay till the end. Then we're gonna go to 11 Yanks for the post game, and you guys can just drop a like in this video if you haven't already. Just drop a like in this video, if you haven't already. Yeah, we'll stay till the end of the game. I'll stay. There's 2 minutes to go. It's about to end. Harrio wins it, and the U.S. will have the ball. So we're going to play New Zealand. Let me see here. Soccer Man's Olympics. We play New Zealand. If I'm not mistaken, when do we play New Zealand? We're going to play New Zealand on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We play New Zealand on Saturday. It's going to be a must win. It's going to be a must win against New Zealand on Saturday. Six minutes and 40 seconds. 6 minutes and 40 seconds added so far. So we got a minute to go here. France 3. France doesn't want to score anymore. They don't care. They got 3 points here, and they got a good goal differential. So we're going to play New Zealand on Saturday, 100% needing a win. If we don't beat we could be eliminated on Saturday. If we lose to New Zealand and France ties or beats Guinea, we could be eliminated on Saturday. We could be out on Saturday. So with one game in advance, then I don't even know if it's worth covering the last game. And here comes France trying to get number 4 with 40 seconds to go. Goes in. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Lacazette. Lacazette still has the ball in the box. Here comes France. Okay, let's get the ball. Definitely don't concede number 4. We definitely don't want to concede number 4. Okay. And here comes France with the ball again. That's game, ref. Just end it. Just end this game. We didn't bring the lube. Just end it. We're tired of getting, whatever. All right, everyone. The game is over. France 3, United States 0. As I said, the U.S. looked fine until France's second goal. We didn't play that bad until France's second goal. But this is a bad loss. Like, expecting a loss to France is not bad, but a 3-0 loss is pretty bad. And with that said, we're going to go now to 11 Yanks for the post-game analysis. Tomorrow, I will release a video of the 7 things we learned for this game. Tomorrow, we'll release that tomorrow morning, so make sure you subscribe for that. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to drop a like before you go. If you want to join our Patreon to support the channel, enter giveaways and much more, the link to the Patreon is in the description of this video. Join our Patreon. And also, thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for sponsoring the stream. The link to play is also in the description of this video with a special promo code. All right. Ciao.